Flo fam, welcome back to our channel.
Welcome.
Good job.
Welcome. Welcome back.
Say hey.
Hey.
Vinny always has throw up on his face. They want chocolate milk.
It's right there. What is right like that?
Cow milk.
Cow milk. I see. Mom, is there I can take it out?
You're supposed to pull it a little bit, not take it all the way out.
Oh.
You really shove it in there. You don't have to. There you go. Press. There you go. Just like that. Right.
Oh.
Yep.
Good job.
Success.
Okay, you have to rate it on a scale from 1 to 10. 10 is really, really good. 1 is like disgusting.
Yeah.
So which?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a scale.
If it's 5, it's like kind of good.
So rate it 1 through 10.
8.
8?
Yeah.
That's a good rating.
9, 10, 11, 9.
9?
Good rating.
That's good. That means your chocolate milk is really yummy.
I didn't right there.
Wish you could sit up.
The cow has shoes. Mom,
Oh.
look.
Oh no.
Dude, that's a pail. You gotta get your straw out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't lose that straw. Dang it, I shouldn't have cut it. Oh no. Oh my goodness! She has 2 straws stuck in there. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
She don't drink a straw.
Flo fam, we only have a few more months left in this apartment. We were here for 18 months and our lease is up in 2 months. So we're gonna be leaving. We didn't film that much in this apartment, but I feel like the time went by really fast. I can't believe it's almost time to move out. I love this place, but we need a bigger place and we need a yard, hopefully. My sister Marissa might be moving in with us, so we're really excited about that. Leaving this place is gonna be sad because this is where Vinny was born and he will not know that we ever lived here. He's gonna be like 4 months when we move. He won't have any memories of this place.
The girls won't either.
No, I think they'll remember a little bit.
No way. No way.
Maybe not. That's so sad.
I lived in a condo up until their age.
Do you remember?
I barely remember it.
But you remember a
I
little.
remember it. Barely though.
As long as they remember like that it existed.
I never it was.
You remember a lot?
Yeah, I
Good.
never.
You won't forget. Are you guys ready to move?
Yeah.
You want to leave this place and find a new home?
Yeah. I want to find a new home and have back up.
Aww. She wants a backyard. You want Marissa to live with us?
Yeah.
For Astro and Marissa are gonna live with us. Astro is Marissa's dog, and we need a backyard for Astro.
Yeah. What about his toilet?
He doesn't need a toilet. That's what his backyard is for. I love my mom. You love me? That's so nice. Hi, Vinny. You have bubbles in your mouth.
Oh my God.
You got strawberry?
Yeah.
Aria loves her bow. So pretty. Where's your flower?
It's put on.
Oh my gosh.
I can go back there.
Oh, there's her flower. You want me to put it back? Put it back. There we go. Pretty. You guys are so cute.
Oh my God.
I just realized we haven't shown you guys his setup at all. He doesn't have his own nursery, but he has his own like space in mine and Alonzo's bedroom. So I'm gonna show you guys his crib and stuff. So our bed is huge. So this is our bed, and then we have his crib right there in the corner. We got a mini crib instead of a full-size crib, and I love it. It's so cute and it fits perfectly. We don't really use this, so we just keep it in the crib most of the time. And then right here is his changing table and his laundry hamper. But yeah, it's super cute. All this stuff fits really good in our room. I'm so glad we got a mini crib. My plan was for him to sleep in his crib, but he's just been sleeping with us, just like the girls did when they were babies. We got the girls into their own cribs, I think at like 5 or 6 months. So I think he'll be the same way. What's wrong? He's sad. He's very picky about how you hold him. He needs you to be standing up and walking around, and you have to hold him like this. Only like that. I can't like cuddle with him at all. He needs to be held like this and see everything that's going on. Their legs are so long.
I know. Yeah.
So I wanted to share more about our birth story with you guys because that video was so chaotic. I wasn't able to film anything that I wanted to film. I had like all of these plans to film so much more in the hospital, and I was like really looking forward to capturing like my whole labor process in the delivery room. And that didn't happen at all. The video just like starts out with me literally giving birth, and that's not what I planned for that video, but it just happened. So since I didn't really get a chance to film any of the labor process, I wanted to tell you guys about it and tell you guys how it all happened. So I had shared with you guys at like 30 weeks pregnant that I wanted to do no epidural and that was my goal for my birth. And I actually ended up doing completely unmedicated birth. And that wasn't even my plan. I was totally open to taking any pain meds that they had to offer me. I just wasn't going to do the epidural. And I ended up doing it completely unmedicated, which now I am like so proud of, and I'm glad that it worked out that way. But it definitely was not my plan. It just happened because everything happened so fast. I didn't have any time to take medicine, because by the time I got into the hospital, he was about to come out, and they can't give you medicine if you're about to give birth because it affects the baby and you don't want him to like come out drowsy. But let me rewind back and tell you guys how it happened, like how fast everything went and why I wasn't able to film anything. Basically, I didn't even know I was actually like in labor and about to give birth. If it wasn't for me just like trusting my gut, I wouldn't have even made it to the hospital in time to deliver the baby. I probably would have had him at home or in the car. I had been having contractions for like 2 weeks before I gave birth. I actually went to the hospital, I think a week and a half before I gave birth, because I thought I was in labor, but I wasn't in labor. It was just Braxton Hicks contraction. So yeah, there was a lot of contractions going on. I felt like I was getting close, but the contractions were never like really painful. When I was 37 weeks pregnant, I think, 37 weeks, 36 or 37 weeks, I had one of my doctor's appointments and they checked my dilation and I was 3 centimeters dilated. But after she told me that I was 3 centimeters dilated, it like really got my hopes up, and I was like, okay, I want the baby out, like now I'm excited. Then I started doing all of the things that are supposed to induce your labor, like bouncing on a yoga ball, eating dates. I did like a bunch of stretches. I drank the teas. I did literally everything. I did literally everything that Google recommended to induce your labor at home. And I don't think any of it worked, but I will say that I think it made my birth way easier. I think that's the reason why he came out as easily and quickly as he did, which I will get more into. I can't say that those things actually induced my labor, but I will say that I still recommend doing them. I think it helped my birth process and it made my experience so easy. And then at 39 weeks, I had my doctor's appointment and they did a membrane sweep. And if you don't know what a membrane sweep is, they basically just go up there and like massage your cervix with their fingers, and it's supposed to be a way to induce labor. So I got that done Friday morning. Those are supposed to be really good at inducing your labor. So I knew that if it worked, I would be going into labor in like 48 hours. But sometimes they don't work. So it wasn't like for sure, because I had gotten one a few weeks before, but I was just hoping that this one was gonna work. So I went about my day, went to bed. I think I woke up around like 5 in the morning and I was feeling some little like contractions. So I just went back to bed, and then I knew if I was actually in labor, then when I woke up, they would be a little bit more painful. Since I got the membrane sweep the day before, I knew that I should be extra concerned about any contractions that I was feeling. So I was paying attention, and at 8 a.m. they were getting a little bit more painful, and Alonzo had to go to practice, I think at like 10. They were definitely getting stronger, but I would say I didn't even think that I was like actually in labor until like noon, when they started getting like really painful. A few weeks ago when we thought I was going into labor, but it was a false alarm, the nurse told me that when you're in labor, the contractions are gonna be so bad that you won't be able to walk or talk when you're having one. So that's what I was using to like base my pain off of, and I was gonna wait till I couldn't walk or talk during my contractions to go to the hospital. I was in my room using this app on my phone to time my contractions, and I was like bent over the bed. I couldn't walk or talk during them, so I knew like something was happening. I knew the baby was gonna come that day, but I didn't know how fast. I definitely did not think I was as close as I was. If I would have stayed in that room for like 1 hour longer, the baby would have came in my house for sure. So I was in the room timing my contractions probably for like 1.5 hours, and then I decided that they were really painful, and so I think I called a nurse and like told her what I was going through, and she said that I should go to the hospital. I think from the moment I got off the phone, we kind of hurried things up because then I started to get worried. So I think we were out the door in like 10 or 15 minutes. So things were really complicated because we didn't really know when to leave the house, because we needed to have our friend Maya come babysit the girls while we went to the hospital, and she lives like 1.5 hours away. So timing that was like the most difficult part. So when they started to get really painful, I decided like we needed to tell her to come. So we let her know to come, but then by that time, like it just started happening so fast. We needed to leave the hospital. So him and the girls took me to the hospital. I went upstairs and got like into the triage center, and they checked my dilation. Alonzo had to bring the girls back home, and when he was on his way back home, I texted him and told him that they told me that I was 7 centimeters dilated, and I was progressing like very quickly. So the baby was going to come out very soon, and Alonzo had to drive back home and drop the girls off and wait for the babysitter to get there. And we lived like 15 minutes away from the hospital, so the time was just cutting it extremely close. Like I can't even explain how close it was, you guys. So I was in the triage all by myself, like in the hospital. I was getting admitted. All the nurses were like super concerned that he wasn't going to make it. I was holding on to that baby, like holding him inside of me. I was not letting my body like push in any way, but it was like so painful. And they didn't want to like check my dilation or anything after the first time, because every time anything is like put up there, it can speed up the process. And since he wasn't there, all the nurses were like, no, like we need you to just relax, and we need you like not to move. We need everything to just like stay how it is to try and keep the baby inside. So he finally gets there, and my pain level is at like a 10. Like it's really bad. He's like in the parking lot, and I text him like, I need you to hurry, because like I couldn't hold on much longer. Like I felt it that he was like about to come out. And so he gets to the room, and I think within like 5 minutes, I tell him that I need him to go get a nurse because I feel like pushing. So at this point, we were just waiting for my water to break, which was really annoying because I wanted to push the baby out so bad. So I broke my own water, and she came over, she checked me again, and she like had a panic in her face. She was like, oh yeah, like the baby is about to come out right now. So she like runs to the hallway and says like, the baby's coming, she needs somebody. The doctor comes, and then that's what you guys saw in the video, is the doctor coming into the room. And even the nurse was like, I think it's gonna be one push. Like he was right there. The pushes are like really long. It's basically like every contraction is when you push. So the first contraction, I did a few pushes, and I needed to like get a feel for it because I forgot like how to push right. So I did my first set of pushes, and then the next contraction, she helped me focus on like how to push a little bit better. And then the baby came out. It was so chaotic. I wish it wasn't so fast. I really wanted to like film my labor in the hospital room. I thought that's what we were gonna be able to do, but we didn't get to do any of that. So the video it kind of just started when I gave birth. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. And Alonzo, you want to tell them how you felt about it? Because I think Alonzo was panicking. I think that day was super overwhelming for Alonzo.
That was by far the most stressful day of my life. From the moment I drop her off.
I wish we could show our text threads. I should put our text.
We should put our text threads up. Well, the problem is that the text threads are so choppy. Like it's just.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't think you could see the panic, but it was bad.
You could kind of read the panic in your text thread. I knew you were panicking.
Yeah, well, because from the moment I dropped you off, I knew it was bad. I had to drive all the way back here, and I'm watching Maya's location the whole time, and I see that she's in the thick of LA and she's in traffic, and there's nothing she could do about it. I had spent like forever on the phone with my friend Justice discussing if I should tell my other friend Cooper to come down because he lives down the street. And I remember this clearly. I told Cooper to come, and there's this red light right by our apartment building, and he was at that red light for, it was like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and I was standing on the balcony freaking out because I
forgot about that. I forgot that he came.
Yeah, no, I had to call Cooper because Maya was something like 45 odd minutes away, and Cooper only lives 10 minutes away. So I was like, Cooper, come. But Cooper ended up taking 15 minutes because he was at the light.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. So his friend came to watch the girls for like 5-10 minutes. And then he did the swap with Maya because like Alonzo really needed to get to the hospital. So the girls had to be like handed off from friend to friend because it was like that close in time. And if we didn't do that, Alonzo would have missed the birth.
If I wouldn't have texted Cooper to come, I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made it at all.
Yeah.
And once Cooper came, I like ran him through the plan like very quickly. It was just like this, that. She's coming here, switch off then, that's all you have to do. And I ran and I left and I went to my car and the girls, he told me, he was like, the girls were just looking at him like, hi, dude.
The girls knew him. It's Alonzo's closest friend, but it was still like...
Yeah, it was just like, they were just so confused. The hospital's 20 minutes away, but it was in the middle of the day on a Saturday. So it took me 30 minutes and I tell you, I've never been that enraged and out of control in my entire life.
God.
Sitting in wall-to-wall traffic while you're texting me, it's happening, you have to get here, and I'm looking at the bumper of another car. And it's not like you could speed, it's not like I could run a red light, it's not like I could do anything. I was stuck. There's nothing I could do.
That's so scary.
It was terrible. And I got there just in time. I remember when I got there, you texted me and you were like, you have to hurry. I swung the hospital bags over my shoulder and I was like,
At that point, like you probably should have just left the bags.
I thought I was gonna get tackled. The way I ran through the front door of the hospital with 2 duffel bags, I was like, I'm gonna have to take a risk here. I'm either getting tackled by security or I'm getting to the 3rd floor.
The problem too with our like communication in that time, like my pain was getting progressively like way worse. When I was having a contraction, I couldn't be on my phone or anything. So all of my text messages to him were I wasn't like responding to him quickly. I was just saying little things like, it's getting worse, like it's happening. The baby's about to come out, like hurry up, because my pain was so bad and like the doctors were doing all this stuff. Like I couldn't like text since like the moment he dropped me off. I was barely responding to him. I didn't know anything that was going on.
That's why the text thread would just look so funny because you were like responding in between contractions, and I would see her typing and see her stop typing and knowing that I had like a sense, so you could like feel it. Like I could feel how bad it was. I didn't need her to tell me. Like I could feel it. Like I could feel how bad it was. I knew how.
I don't think I've ever had like more adrenaline and like more panic than that moment. Like I can't even describe it. Like it was terrifying. And it was funny because like I would think about it before we went into labor, like if that was the case, you know, like oh, if like he couldn't make it to the birth or something. Like
there's always a possibility because of our babysitter situation.
Yeah, because of the girls, we knew that like it could get, you know, we could cut it really close. We cut it as close as we possibly could. We didn't expect it to go down like that.
In the video, can't you hear the first things the nurse says to me is, dang, you almost missed it?
Yeah, you can hear the nurses talk about it in the labor and delivery video. She
literally looked at me and she's like, dang, you almost missed it.
Yeah, like, all of the nurses thought like
he wasn't gonna make it
because I mean everyone knew he was coming, but they were like, where is he? It was like so crazy, but it all worked out perfectly fine.
We really wanted to like document it and film it. It's almost like that day barely even happened.
It felt like that day didn't happen. It felt like a fever dream. Like none of it. I didn't get to absorb any moment of it because it happened so fast. One moment I was at home waking up feeling like a contraction, the next he was outside of me. Like I was at the hospital for an hour and a half and he came out. I wish we had more on video. Like I wish even at home, if I would have known like it was actually happening, I would have started filming, but
dude, if we would have had a car dash cam,
it was just, oh god.
In the car, I was screaming. I was literally banging on the steering wheel, screaming. I've never been so mad.
I feel bad for you that you had to like
something's like out of your control, you know? Like when there's nothing you can do, no matter, even if you tried to do terrible things, there's still nothing you could do.
I feel bad that you had to
out of control. It was terrible. Just like, literally looking bumper to bumper, just like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill somebody.
I don't know who was going through more panic, me or you. I think you, because like me, like I only had so much room to panic over the fact that if you would make it or not, because I was in so much pain. I wanted him to come out, so like I wanted you there, but at the same time it was like my mind was somewhere else. You did a good job
holding it in.
I literally held him in. When he got there, my body knew like, okay, you're okay now. Like you can let it out. Because as soon as he got there,
7 minutes of me getting there, it was clear that you relaxed and let go. You were holding on.
I didn't know I was holding on as much as I was holding on until you got there. Because then when he got there, it was like, he's coming out. Like I need to push right now. So like, yeah, my body and my mind definitely relaxed once Alonzo got there. And yeah, he almost missed it. So
that's 2 good birth stories.
I wish I could relive it because it was like, it was so fast and
Why
like.
would you want to relive that?
It was painful, but it was like so fun. I was like so excited to meet him. Love the girls' labor and delivery video. Like the fact that we have all that footage is so cool. And so like I was looking forward to having that footage of me and him in the hospital, like the hours before he came. And we didn't get that. But.
We got some good stuff.
But yeah, that's it for our birth story. I hope that gives you guys a little bit more context on what happened that day and just how Vinny came into this world. He's the best thing ever, you guys. I love him so much.
You'll see more of him.
It's weird. It's like, it feels like I just gave birth to him yesterday, but at the same time, it feels like he's been here forever. I don't know. Our family just feels so complete. I love him so much. And like the girls being big sisters and having him, like, all of it just feels so perfect. We're taking our walk. He always falls asleep. He's so good in his stroller.
He's like, guys,
we could take him anywhere and he'll just pass out in this thing. He's so cute. Besties.
We're here to burn some
I'm
cheddar.
not bestie.
You're not best friends?
You guys want to race?
I am best friend.
You want to race us? Okay, stand right there.
We're racing?
Okay, wait. Mom has to, no, wait.
Oh, I'll go to the finish line.
All right, yes.
On your mark, get set, go. Whoa! They're getting fast.
Good job.
You guys are getting so fast. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. We're gonna finish out our walk. Thank you guys for watching. Bye! Say bye!
Bye.